What's up, everybody? Welcome back. So, happy Chinese New Year. Today I want to talk about 3 things that I learned while sailing the Red Sea. Number 1, your emotions are going to fuck with you. The feeling of euphoria, the feeling of excitement, the feeling of fear. Emotions make us do wild things and makes us think in all kinds of ways that we hadn't previously anticipated. So if you're like me, maybe one of the emotions that you felt over the last 4 to 6 weeks was the feeling of fear. Why? Well, as a community, yes. Do we believe in the technology? Of course. Do we believe in the revolutionary aspects of this technology? Of course. But one real aspect about this entire space is the fact that we invest our own money into these projects, into these particular coins, right? And the fact of the matter is that when we see the charts go down, when we see all those numbers and those numbers are all red, it's going to spark within us emotions. Sometimes those emotions are going to be elation and euphoria, and sometimes they're going to be fear and anger and fright and flight. So when that happens and when you're feeling fearful, frustrated, angry, you feel that punch to the gut, just take a moment, stop, slow down, and think about the larger picture. Number 1, remind yourself that what you're feeling is exactly that. It's a feeling. It's contingent on the way that you're perceiving the numbers, for example. So put that feeling, the feeling of fear, for example, within context. At the same time, looking forward, we might get back to feelings of elation and euphoria. Remember to put that into context as well. Put it into a larger context. What is that context? This is a tech-driven space. This is a space of innovation and disruption. So one key factor to remember when you're feeling that feeling of fear for the future, or that feeling of elation for that matter, is that this space is about the tech, the innovation, the disruption, the true revolutionary aspect of what it means to do things peer-to-peer at the protocol level way. All right. So that's number 1. Let's learn something about our emotions. Number 2, let's talk about community. If you're not in a community, you need to get into one, because I know that over the last 6 weeks, one of my primary resources when I had questions, when I had doubts, when I was wondering whether or not I should exit certain positions, was turning to the community itself. I happen to have people in my life physically present in my proximal space that I can turn to and just ask the questions. Just look at the charts, just look at the numbers, just discuss what is actually happening that is relevant to me. I know that other people maybe don't physically have people around them, but they have their buddies, they have their friends in the chat rooms. Wherever your community is, however you guys define yourselves, get with a community. If you don't have a community yet, or you're feeling alone and you're feeling lost, now is the time. Reach out into a community, whether it's through Telegram, Reddit, Meetup, it doesn't matter. Get with people who know a little bit more than you do about the space and ask them questions. Because as a community, we are all a resource for each other. The third thing that I learned is that there is more to life than crypto. And what does that mean? That means that we're all in this space. Sorry, not all of us. Some of us are in this space. I'm in this space because I believe in the revolutionary aspect of this space. This space is supposed to be doing good for society at large, good for humans. And the human world, the whole social system, is so much larger than tech, and it's so much larger than crypto. Let's remember why we have things like tech, innovation, and disruption. We have these very concepts, these very mechanisms, these very ways of revolutionizing things and making things better. We have these things for the very good of humanity. Humanity is so much bigger than crypto. Humanity is so much bigger than the charts. So one of the things that I learned over these last 4 to 6 weeks is when I'm feeling super zoned in and lost in the minutia of how bad the charts are or how red the sea is, it brings me such value if I'm able to pull back and look at the bigger picture. That tech and crypto is one space within a beautiful, big, flourishing picture of humanity, where there are problems in crypto, but there are problems in politics, and there are problems in social realities, educational frameworks. There's all kinds of problems. And if there are all kinds of problems everywhere, that means that solutions are ready to be made to understand that crypto is one sliver of reality. It might be, one sliver that's really heavy in weight and value, but nevertheless, it's not an all-encompassing space, although it sometimes feels like it. Especially, I feel like it, falling down this crypto rabbit hole. Happy Chinese New Year! Get ready for an awesome 2018. I hope you learned a lot over the last 6 weeks. I know I did. And I'm ready, and I hope you're ready, and we're gonna go, and we're gonna do this together, so let's go. If you like this video, please thumbs up, click subscribe, and I'll see you next time. This is Bunny, over and out, laters. Got my spotty senses jingling our in 10.